everybody. Just a shot of the Browning this time, part 2 in our Browning 50 to paintball conversion. I've been having a look at these things, how I can get them apart, and shock horror. I'll show it to you as we go along. I've just taken off what would have been the trigger receiver, which is this part on the back. So we're just down to the main furniture of the thing. Someone's going to get really angry. Oh, it's not furniture, it's not wooden. And what I was hoping to do, of course, was drill all these rivets out, separate all the bodies, but, shock horror, it's actually all welded inside. This front section here, that this barrel joins to, I need to take this front section off. At the moment, I can't get a paintball barrel up the spouts. Up the spout. Oh, I'm pregnant! I need to get a paintball barrel up the 50 cal barrel. So of course we can shoot paintballs out of it. This is starting to look very, very tricky to do. Something you're not going to want to hear. I'm going to have to cut all this thing up. I don't really have much choice. I'm going to start with one. Unfortunately, there is no easy way to do this, and I suppose from a production point of view, welding all this in place is great for the people that are making it. I wish I'd had their phone number. I could have rung them up and said, look, this is what I'm doing. Can you please not weld it all together? Can we please have the Brownings in their component form and I'll put them together nuts and bolts, you know. This just makes life very, very, very difficult. And it's going to be quite hard to stay within budget. Okay, what we're going to do is I think we're going to have to get the angle grinder out, because I'm not cutting this with a hacksaw. My back is wrecked. Basically, I've got to cut this whole section's got to come out. And there's no other way I can get around it. I might even have to just completely cut that front end off as well. And I've got even more massive welds here. I might separate all 4 of these off, leave that plate on. My lathe is really not big enough to accept this, although we'll give it a try. I might be able to mount this in my lathe and use a really big steady. I'm just looking at my steady now to see if it can actually hold this capacity. I can always use my reverse chuck teeth, turn them round to hold this end here. I think that'd be no problem. Yeah, actually, no matter what I do, I've got to cut this out. So, Batman, back to the Batcave. Let's get the saw out. There, buds. I'm getting into separating down this Browning at the moment. I think this is possibly the biggest thing I've ever mounted in my little cross-side sladdle there. Sladdle? Did I say sladdle? I did. I said sladdle, didn't I? That's probably the biggest thing I've ever had mounted in my cross-slide saddle. Blah, blah, blah. Anyway, I've got to get into some heavy machining. It's going to be a bit of an arse to get all this out. I started with the Dremel and the little discs. I started then, after that, started drilling it out. The only thing is with welds, they look like the MIG welds. The only thing with welding is very, very hard. If you can imagine metal, when you heat metal up and cool it, it gets hard. So getting through the welds is turning out to be quite a problem. Even my titanium drills are blunting as I plunge through it. So we're going to drop a mill on there. We're just going to run the mill backwards and forwards till we break the surface. And then we're going to have a look inside and see how much more we need to clear. The actual bit I need to remove is this part here. This would have been the collector tray. and the injection tray. That's got to come out, unfortunately, that whole thing. Well, let's get to it. Bye bye. Hello, all my Yucatec's charms. Okay, I've had this up in the mill. Unfortunately, as you saw it mounted before, my saddle vise is just not big enough to hold this. Well, it is, but the problem I've got is that I can't really clamp it really securely. And then when I've actually got it mounted up in the vise, my cross slide travel is now so small because one end of this barrel end is interfering with my turn wheel, and the other end of the browning is interfering basically with the wall. So I've only got a throw of about 5 mil. We've got that little bit done now, but I seriously think it is going to be angle grinder time, or I'll spend a week just machining that plate out, and on the budget we're at, I can't do that, it can't be done. Okay, next update coming soon. Bye bye. Okay everybody, we are back again at this browning. Now, you see that big hole there? There used to be a big metal plate there, which was namely this metal plate. Had 4 rather large welds on the bottom holding it in place, way over the top, but you know, whatever you put in is whatever you put in, I suppose. That big gap there is where our paintball marker is going to be going, and I've now got to take this this whole front end off. This internal bit has all got to come out. See where my finger is there? That whole front plate has got to come out, so I've got to bore that out to take the paintball barrel. Oh God, this has been the milling machine, the drill, an angle grinder and a hacksaw to get that plate out. Not that it's hard to cut, but the access is it's an absolute nightmare. So I'll leave you with this now, and the next time you see it I should have that little front plate off. Bye bye.